Hello, whoever's watching this. So, it's been a while since I uploaded onto the channel, and I decided to do a nice update onto the forge that I didn't record. So let me show you guys that right now. It is a nice, cool forge made out of cinder blocks with dirt inside them. Not very much has changed, just buried the pit and all that. Then, I also made a nice little shante, very nice, kind of loose, but hey, it stands. And I made a nice little work table as well. It's decent. It's not the most even thing in the world, but hey, it works for my purposes. So today isn't just going to be like some kind of little update. Today I'm going to be making, hopefully, a gauntlet out of this old metal rake. Some of the new tools I bought, like an angle grinder, an impact driver, and a nice little 4-pound sledge. More of a forging hammer. So we're going to get started into that today. Alright, so my plan today is to take, as I was saying, this metal rake, and I'm going to try to make a gauntlet out of this, and all that. Probably going to use a metal pipe as the actual gauntlet on the forearm, then have this attached to it, probably like a nail riveted through this part, and all that. So first we're going to start by digging out these teeth forward, because we don't want this curved in. If I have this, then the only real attack I have is a swipe, and that can be deflected easy. If I punch, ain't gonna deal that much because the teeth are facing downward. So we're going to there's teeth out. So I have the ability to punch at something and be likely to stab it, and also still have the swiping aspect part of it. So this is a all-around win-win. So let's get onto that. Alright, so I got this hammered out to the best of my abilities. It's pretty much flat, so you can do some sort of stabbing with it. Not really good. So next what we're going to probably need is a pretty big round pipe. That's going to be the actual gauntlet that's going to be attached to the back of this. So let's go grab that. Alright, so now this metal pipe is going to be the actual gauntlet. So we're going to need to do to more fit the arm, we're going to cut a strap out of here. I'm probably going to need to keep that, more than likely we're going to keep that. So then after we do that, we're going to squeeze these together so they're overlapping in here. I'm going to want that to be really good, because then it forfeits to the arm better. At this, there's a lot of wiggle room right there. And if I'm going to be thrusting, punch, I'm going to want as little as I can possibly get. So I'm going to cut this out, and we'll move on. Alright, so I got this guy cut out of there. It's quite hot. So now we're going to fold one of these edges in, then put it in so it overlaps up here on top. Do that so then there's more form fit to the forearm. So we're going to do that. Alright, so I got this pretty well, it's not focusing. It's pretty full, as much as I like. So now, the fold is going to be where the bottom is going to be. Then, take this and we're going to mount it up here. There's different ways you can do it. The best way that I would say would be to weld it on, but I don't have access to a welder. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a 16-penny nail, hammer it through there so I have a nice thing up here. I'm going to drill through the top of this, right? And stick the nail up, well, probably through this way. Cut it, then hammer it down somehow. So it's like a rivet and sitting there. I might do another one. I think I'll do one back here and then one up here somewhere. Maybe like in the middle right there. Do that. So then it'll be attached. So let's go do that. Alright, so now we're going to take a 16-penny nail and drive it through up here. So it's form fit around. Then we're going to find where we want to put it up here. Then drill a hole. Stick that through probably this side. We might have to go top side as well, just so it's easier to pound. So let's do that. And one more thing, the strap that we cut out of it, we can use this to overlay on the top of it. So then we can squish it and all that. Squish that onto here better. Form this around. Then drill some holes through the top and bottom, maybe sides. Then rivet them. I don't know how to rivet it, so I'm just going to use 16 penny nails for it. So we can also do that, which will make it stay on there better. Alright, so now we're going to cut this nail off. Then we're going to fold it over on itself so this can't come loose. And we're going to drill another hole about like right here. Same thing. Alright, so I got these pounded in. Now I'm going to take this strap. I'm going to cut some lines in the bottom of here. I'm going to go put it in an anvil and bend it around. And hopefully shape this to this. I'm going to drill a hole right there, and probably two right next to it. Then rivet it in there. Alright, so I got all these kind of little divots cut in, so it'll be easier to fold it to form it to the shape of the pipe. So I'm going to go fold this, I'm going to go form this in the vise, and I'll get back. Alright, so I got this piece all, I'm going to have to forfeit a little bit, because I guess the pipe that I was referencing a little bit too big, so I'm going to kind of squish it in a little bit, and I'm going to show you guys it. Right. Got forfeit it on, I'm going to drill the two side holes first and put those guys in first. Then I'm gonna put the two things in here. I'm gonna form fit it around this. Alright, so it's really loose. So I got that and that done. Now I'm gonna hammer on these two sides so it pinches that. Alright. It's basically done. All it needs is a handle. The thing I'm going to use for that is a piece of angle iron. I'm going to use that. Alright, so on this, I don't know if you can see the marks. So on this pipe, we're going to cut here. And we're going to cut right there. That little black mark. Cut there. So there's only a little bit of a space sticking out. But you can still grab it comfortably. Now we're not going to cut. We are going to cut these lines all the way. But just right next, you're going to go about halfway in. Alright. Next, we are going to be cutting... So when you're building this, basically all you really do when you cut it, and there's barely any, you still want some on the outside of the pipe, but when you do that, when you put it on, just measure how much, what point between the pipe surface and this, where it connects, so you're going to mark that, then you're going to cut a pretty decent divot in there, so then you can slide the handle onto the pipe. So I got these marked out somewhere. I'll remark if I need to, but that's really all you really need to know. These are, yeah, right here. So for me, cutting mine right there, right where my finger was, right here. We're cutting it. We're not going to cut all the way. We're going to cut it about halfway up. Alright guys, the build is done. So, the gauntlet is all done. I attached the handle on, which I kind of maybe screwed up on. So when I was cutting this out, I cut it pretty narrow, so it would only fit up on here, which didn't give my knuckles enough room to come out comfortably. So I kept cutting and cutting until I could fit it down over here, but you can't really see, but there's a gap here and here, so it wouldn't stay by itself just by friction and all that like I wanted originally. So what I did is I drilled 2 holes on either side of it, and then took this wire and twisted it around, because there's a bit of a gap inside where it could come out. Still have this attached, so it works pretty well. It's a little loose, but I think it looks pretty cool. So if you guys If you guys like the video, go ahead and consider either liking or go check out my other videos if you really want to. So I really enjoyed actually really enjoyed making this. So hopefully there'll be more build videos to come in the future. So I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. Godspeed.